Hey everybody, happy Friday night. I know a lot of people have plans to make progress in your business this weekend. And I talked to some people today. Some of them are brand new and they've got this big PC list that's nice and juicy. I talked to some people today whose PC list is getting a little bit tighter and they're just not getting a hold of as many people because they've already booked a whole bunch of work. In both situations, my thought for you this weekend, whether you're cold calling, squeezing PCs, or getting into it, is don't let anyone knock you off your course. No matter what you're trying to do, believe in the plan. And I'm going to tell just a real quick story. When I first moved to Boston, so I went there to be a coach. I'd just come off my 5th year running the franchise, back-to-back 100K years. I felt pretty good. I obviously knew how to run the business, and we had this plan. And a lot of it was going to be new customers. Obviously, we didn't have previous customers there. So we had to knock on a ton of doors, and we had the plan built. And I had our first ever U.S. franchisee ready to go knock on doors. And, I shared roughly like, what are you looking for and where you need to go and what these houses look like. And we went to the first area and it was like not even close to the right type of person. So, okay, great. So let's reset. We got to another area pretty quickly. So I didn't let that first thing knock us off our course. We just got to the next area. We reset and off we went. The first door we knocked on, so the first door ever in the US, and I'm like, oh man, this is cool. The first door ever to knock on, here we go. Knock on the door. I'll never forget this woman's face. She opens the door and she just looks at me super confused, like my pitch. She's looking at me. She said, son, why are you doing this? What? I'm like, oh, like just, you mean knocking? Yeah, we're here and we're doing free estimates for services. We'd love to offer you an estimate and be able to do one for you. And she said, knocking on doors is not going to be a good way for you to get new customers. And shut the door in my face. And we were like, that's the first door we ever knocked on. And we had two choices. Either I'm like, oh man, like hesitate or go. So the person I was with was like, oh man, what do we do? I'm like, we go to the next door. So we went to the next door and we continued, and it was the 3rd or 4th door. We actually got a lead. So this person could have completely knocked me off our course. It was the same summer that Kristen Soares did over $60,000 in new customers at, I think it was like a $40 average or $40 charge rate. So it'd be like doing over $100,000 in new customer sales this year based on our current charge rate in today's dollars. So whatever it is, it's a silly phone call or you're calling for an hour, you don't get a hold of anybody, you're knocking on doors or it's snowing or whatever it happens to be. Don't let anyone knock you off your course. You built a plan, go out and do it, make progress. Doesn't mean that this weekend, maybe you crush it this weekend. Good for you. Maybe you hit what you're supposed to do. Maybe you don't get quite there. Whatever it is, you're making progress in your business. Don't let anyone knock you off your course as you're going. And that's going to be a big thing, I think, for a lot of people for a long time. So anyway, keep that in mind. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, build some momentum, keep it going the right way, and we'll talk soon.